So you're a bit apprehensive when you hear about credit scores, and that's okay. But let's look at it through a different lens, the real lens. Look, credit scores will make some of us feel apprehensive when we hear about credit score. What your what's your credit score? We become very apprehensive, even if our credit scores are really up there, almost 700. There is this tendency for us to become apprehensive, and again, that's okay. What's your score? Your credit score matters, and it's something I want you to understand, that your score do matter. And let's look at this segment, part one. We'll talk about your credit score and some of the challenges that you may face. And basically, we'll talk about the concept of credit scoring, right? How it affects your life. Again, it's really a matter of what you want. And it credit score really is an integrated part of your life, of our lives, right? Again, what's your score, right? Yes, it's an integrated part of our life, and we must understand that. Doesn't matter which lens we look at it through, okay? But look, the real lens, credit scores, it affects our social, economic, and our occupational life. We must understand that. And you might ask how, but look, it really does. I call this the SEO. It affects our SEO. Yes, your credit score affect your SEO. Those of us who live in the United States do understand that, and many other parts of the world uses this concept, this mechanism, to regulate, to monitor, or we I don't want to say, or we survive, right? And yes, the credit score is very much a part of our life, as it affects our SEO, as I'd like to call it. You know, yes, it's okay to be apprehensive, but it's important for us to understand credit scoring. And I would like to suggest to you that credit scores can be really a correlation. There's a correlation between poverty and credit scoring. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because it's important for you to understand that if your credit score is down, then your borrowing power is down. What that means. You might say if you borrow, you will eventually become. But yes, we all borrow. Borrowing is a part of mankind, right? You may perhaps not, but it's a concept that men have been living with for men, meaning women and the men, have been living with for years in terms of borrowing. The barter system, yeah, even if the barter system mean that I want some banana, you want some meat. I have more meat, so I give you some of my meat because you have more bananas. But it's really boiled down to borrowing somehow. Okay, think about it. But we live in a society, we live in a world where it's okay. But credit score affects your borrowing power, and therefore there's a correlation between how you look socially, yeah, how you look economically, and how you look occupationally when it comes to your credit score. Think about it. So, credit score, the correlation between credit score and poverty speak also to the fact that when your credit score go down, your potential to get some job also goes down. Yeah, do some research on that. Trust me. Some workplace check your credit score before they hire you. I didn't know that. Yes, it's important for us to recognize that, to know that, I've done my research and realized that. So there are some employers who will check your credit score in order to make a decision as to whether to employ you. So it's something that you need to understand as you consider your score. And as we consider what your score is, right? Because if your score goes down, your potential to get a decent apartment also goes down. Hmm. So tell me what's going on there, because it's something that you need to understand. All right. So correlation between low credit scores and poverty, between how you look socially, economically, and occupationally. We talk about how it can affect your hiring potential. We talk about how it can affect how you look. Talk about how you can get an apartment and your borrowing power. Low credit score, the lower your borrowing power, your ability to get a nice apartment, and also some employers check your score to determine your iron the iron potential. So that's something you need to look at. Therefore, as your credit score goes down, your SEO, social, economic, and occupational score goes down. That feels like poverty goes down, right? Poverty not necessarily goes down, but feels like poverty going up. Yes. So when your score is high, you should take precaution. And taking precaution basically means that you should beware of exploitative advances. I call it exploitative advances because there are people who will send you, they're monitoring, trust me, they're monitoring the marketers, they're monitoring your score. And if your score goes up, maybe 700 and something, yeah, good score, right? 800. Then you start getting letters in the mail. Not even 800, 600, 620, you start getting letters in the mail offering credit cards, loans, personal loan, that is mortgage, a lot of things. So beware of exploitative advances. People will start to send you stuff and say, hey, take this, take these credit cards. And look, two is better than too many. You have to understand that the intentions of a lot of persons who will start to send you things because they have a high credit score, right? It's really not their intention. It's unintentional traps, I'd like to call it. Because what happens is that it's a trap, but it's not the intention of the persons, the entities who are sending you letters and giving you offers because of a high credit score. Yeah. Yeah, it's important for you to understand that, right? To understand that it's really an unintentional trap that is happening there. So we talk about being aware and beware of exploitation by persons, marketers, entities when you have a high credit score, because it's really a sort of a trap, and it's not intentional, but it is. So you have to be aware. And sometimes you'll perhaps end up having 15 cards, credit cards, tour cards, and that can be challenging. That can be challenging. So it's important for you when your credit goes up to be careful. Just take your time. Take your time. Enjoy the high credit score because many other things will come true for you. So watch the cards thing that I've said to you. Two is better than too many. Don't have 15 cards. Don't have not even 3 cards. Just take your time with the card thing and beware. Importance of good, excellent credit score. Yes, that's important. And excellent, good credit score, you get a better loan. You get a better apartment. Credit cards, yes, insurance, cell phone. So you'll be able to get better items because you have a good and excellent credit score. I've done my research, and my research informed me that a credit score of 750 could save about 86,000 over $86,000 in interest on a $350,000 mortgage loan, according to financial experts. Yes, US dollars, that is. So you have to understand the importance of, yes, a good credit score, but I also understand that a score of 607 to 740, 739 can help you get a car loan with good terms, good terms, good terms, because of high credit score. The expert said also that landlords often look at your credit score before even looking at the application. Come on now. So you see how important the credit score system is, and how it is an integral part of your life, and how it can affect your social status for that matter. It can affect your economic status. It can affect your occupational status. The potential to get a good job. We'll talk about credit score can affect your hiring potential, because several employers would look at credit scores to make the determination according to experts. Credit score is therefore very, very critical. And if some employers look at your credit score to make a decision, a higher decision, then you might just be out of a job because you have low, or not getting your dream job because you have low credit score. So you see the importance of credit score, right? They check your score, basically, the employers, with your permission. So expert is saying they will ask permission. They will just not go into your credit business, so to speak, without getting permission from you. I want you to understand this credit scoring thing. Those of you who live in the United States and Jamaica have a system too, and other parts of the world. So you have to understand the importance of credit scoring. Good credit score. Credit scores speak to your credibility as well, your credibility, your credit worthiness, and it speaks to your integrity in most circles. So your credit worthiness. It's important for you to understand that credit score speaks to your credit worthiness. How credit worthy are you? It's a matter of scores, right? It's a matter of score. It's a matter of your credit score. And basically said, our credit score align with poverty. So you understand it. Or it align with poverty, or it align with your social status for that matter, and or it align with your life. Credit score does that. No matter what lens you look through it, you look at it through. But no, look at it through the real lens. That's what's going on. I want you to monitor your credit score. I want you to understand your credit score. Ask questions, no? Ask the financial experts about credit score. And trust me, you're going to be apprehensive sometime, but it does make sense because it's a part of your life. You just have to monitor, regulate your score, right? And it's really something to think about, and it relates to your credit score. No. To second the scores, people are asking that rent be reported, landlords report rent and therefore it can enhance your credit score. I know, those of us who pay rent on time, right? Those of us who pay the mortgage on time, right, would love to see some sort of a sort of perks in that. And trust me, the people who pay rent, right, and pay it on time would love to be benefit through credit scoring, through credit reporting, and therefore it would be an enhancer for their credit score. Interesting. Do you know that driving affects your credit score? You can turn it off or turn it on, though. But your driving habit can affect your credit score as well. It's important for you to understand that. It can affect your credit, of course, and it's a number of things as it relates to driving that can affect your credit score, right? You can actually look at the system and how to monitor your driving. Somehow the system, the credit system, if you're on some of those credit monitoring platform, you will realize that they will ask if you'd like to have your driving score as a part of the regulating apparatus, and you can turn it on and you can turn it off, right? Yes, it's like switching the key on and off. But look, the driving aspect of your credit score, I know it can affect. Somehow they are monitoring your driving. If you brake too hard, the system pick that up. Don't ask me how. I don't know. But look, you have to understand as well that if you check these credit platforms, say Credit Corp, right? You will realize what's going on. You get basically points based on how you use your phone while driving. If you don't use it much, you get some points on that to beef up your credit score. If you use it too much, it affects your credit score. Yeah. So if you decide to use your driving habit to sort of beef up your credit score, if you don't have good habits, then that could be detrimental for your score, right? It look at basically how sharp you turn. You have a sharp turn that would go up to reckless, that will affect your credit score. If you turn well, then it will be a positive gain for your credit score when it's reported. And how much do you actually accelerate? Is it a fast thing or you accelerate properly? And then that proper acceleration will enhance your credit score. You didn't know that? Your drive score affect your credit score because there's a drive score mechanism on the credit scoring platform that is somehow reported and it affects your credit score. Yeah, no, check it out. And it also speaks to your braking. How do you brake? So those of you who are drivers and being monitored through the credit reporting platform, you have to understand that if your drive scores are on, then your braking is one of the things that would indices that is being monitored. So you have to be careful. Do you speed? All these can affect your credit scores. So you speed as right. Remember, it does affect your credit score. So be careful. What's your score? Let's talk about your rights and credit scores in part 2 of your credit matters. No matter what lens you are looking at this through, look at it through the real lens. Huh? Talk later. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Can use exploration. Your topic in a podcast. That's exploring credit score. I'm Dr. Kenyon White. Goodbye.